12 minutes past the hour. You already know what it is. WHBC, 8:30 a.m., Channel 51. This is the Cypher. I go to them by the name of the Mouth of the Midwest, Will Worley, in here with
your boy Chief Low.
And your man Lil Rody.
We also have
and Bob.
And Bob.
Ladies and gentlemen.
B.O.B.
Mostly ladies. Artist formerly known as
off.
B.O.B. You already know, East Side Atlanta representative.
So if I'm correct, you say you're from the Midwest, right?
Yeah.
Where exactly?
Chicago.
Speaking of Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
I actually worked with the artist from Chicago. You might know him, Lupe Fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
I
see.
Yeah, I think I heard of him. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you might know him. But he wanted to work with me. I was actually in Atlantic, and he was like, I actually ran into him. He was like, Bob, man, like, let's get in the studio. I was like, heck yeah, man, let's do it. So he flew me out to up to the crib where he records at, and so we made some dope like he works with some real dope musicians, man. Like he's got this guy who plays like live drums on keys and stuff like. But we made something for his album, and he got on a track for my album, so we kind of swapped off. So definitely be looking forward to that.
That's what's up. So who else in the industry do you feel like working with? Are you really looking forward to?
I want to do something with Santa Gold.
Okay.
Santa Gold, MIA possibly, and CeeLo. I feel like it'll be a pretty dope collab.
Okay.
But I don't want to do something expected or predictable. Even though I feel like all of us are different, very alternative artists, it's still expected that to be something just real weird.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to do nothing that weird. You know what I mean? I want to do something just unexpected. You know what I mean? Something that takes a lot of balls to do. You know what I mean? On any level. You know? Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so check this out. A lot of folk really like compare your music and a lot of your sound to that of like an Outkast or something like that. So how do you feel about that? Like, what's your response to?
I mean, it's like when you're going outside of the box, you're only gonna get related to something that's as outside of the box as you are. So it's kind of like a compliment. I'd rather be compared to Dre than, you know, I don't even know who else. But you know, it's a compliment though to even be on that same platform. Hold on, move my phone and start a trip.
In terms of style, you know, it seems like there's a rise of a lot of producer rappers. I understand you make your own beats, so you know, like J. Cole, you know, was doing his thing, and
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Do you feel like there's a not threat, but like competition in terms of a producer rapping?
I mean,
you know,
I feel like as an artist now you have to. It's a lot more you have to do, because when I started rapping, it wasn't a lot of artists that were making their own beats. And then as time progressed, you know, I started getting into Fruity Loops and stuff like that and just making beats. But now, if you're starting as an artist now, like, it's basically expected that you gotta have some type of production ability. But at the same time, producing a track is different than just making a beat. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, producing a track, like, you really have to. You have to produce. I mean, you have to really know music. You know what I mean? You have to know how to put together a song. You know, you can't. I mean, but you know, at the end of the day, man, if you make good sound, you know, you're talented. But you know, producing is something that really takes a lot of experience. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like I'm a producer now. I feel like before I was just making beats, but now I feel like I really understand music in theory, and I'm starting to apply that.
I really appreciate that you said that, because there's a whole lot of dudes out there making 8-bar loops right now, and they think they're on.
I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, man. Like, it's, you know, it takes talent to make something sound good, man. Especially if you're playing an instrument, you're basically just vibrating air. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, you know, the game is really just in need of just soul, really. You know, and I feel like people are bringing it. I still don't feel like it's lacking. I feel like we're still trying to get back to the level that the oldies were, like Marvin Gaye, and just a lot of vintage artists that are still around now, that's still murdering most of the stuff that's coming out now. You know what I mean? And it's like the reason is because they put so much into their music. Like, they spent months making a song, and now it's kind of like, you know, people make a song 15 minutes, and it's like it doesn't really hang around that long. So and that's like my motivation, especially after Michael Jackson just passed. I definitely feel like I have to put more into my music as an artist. But that's because I choose to, you know what I mean? If you're an artist, I mean, it's however much you want to put into it, you know what I mean? If if you putting 15 minutes into a song, you can't really complain if you're not really getting where you need to be in an industry that's so competitive. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel you. So we're gonna jump right back into this music. We got Cloud9, B.O.B. right here on WHBC's The Cypher Wednesday edition. Peace.
Yep.